Buddy, and today I'm here to review Megan 2.0 as part of my 2025 movie reviews. I honestly saw it randomly after it came on DVD. I rented it at the library, and I was actually kind of excited for Megan to get a second movie, even though I didn't think the first one was amazing. I think I did like it. I think I gave it a positive review. But honestly, maybe the franchise should have just ended with that first movie. But I guess because of the success and the trend of Megan, they decided to do a second movie. And this time, it goes in the way that you don't think. But Megan is basically brought back to life after another android comes to life and is taken over and trying to steal government secrets and basically will kill anybody that gets in her way. But instead of being a horror movie, this movie is a straightforward, more sci-fi action. And the original cast do return. We got the girl who played Gamba and the little girl who played Katie, who's a little older now. So she's more, I think she's a teenager in this movie, or still 12 years old. But this movie honestly kind of disappointed me because, I don't know, I was expecting Megan to return and cause some more mayhem. But instead, Megan is revert to the good side, and she basically goes after this robot lady. I forget the robot's name, but I do have the cast. It's we got Emilia Sacco as Amelia. I think that's the character's name. But her character was alright. You can tell this is definitely CGI with the characters. I did like Ivo in the Ahsoka show, but I was surprised that they casted her in this movie. But overall, this movie is just a straightforward goose chase with Megan and Amelia. And Katie is basically having a lot of conflicts with Gamba, just like in the first movie. Basically, Katie wants to become like a computer technician, but she doesn't. Of course, the Gamba doesn't want that. And just says, "Oh, you're doing well in soccer." But of course, she's like, "Nope, I don't want to do soccer." And of course, she swears in this movie, which is like, oh, little girl swear. But of course, it's done for shock value. But surprisingly, there's like not really any deaths in this movie. There's like a few random kills, but like it doesn't feel like a horror movie, since the last one was meant to be like a horror movie, where Megan basically kills a bunch of people and a dog. And even Gamba reminds her of that, and they don't even know if they can trust Megan. But after her hard drive is basically able to come back to life, she's basically just wanting a new body. And she basically gets transferred into like a robot at first that looks like a Teletubby. She even acknowledges that it's a Teletubby. But of course, when they finally build the robot herd, she basically is back to being Megan, and she basically can do as much kung fu as Neo did in The Matrix. But eventually, this movie does lead to a surprise, not really surprise twist, but one of the dudes that was working with Gamba was revealed to be the mastermind behind this whole thing. He was basically using Gamba to use all her knowledge to, I guess, steal the government secrets and cause some mayhem for the end of the world. But Gamba, of course, is able to escape with Megan having a showdown with Amelia. It's actually a somewhat decent final battle, but of course, Megan has to choose to sacrifice herself to save Katie and Gamba, and she somewhat reminds them of what they went through for the last movie, but she's able to say she deserves a second chance, and she basically just explodes herself, of course, and Megan dies. Well, spoilers, she doesn't actually die. She is revealed to have a backup, and she basically, the movie just ends with Megan basically becoming part of their house again. So it's just, I honestly thought that what really did not work about this movie for me is just, why wasn't it trying to go like the horror aspect anymore? Like, it kind of just felt more like a sci-fi movie at this point, or an action movie. That's what it's trying to be, honestly. It's just confusing what this movie is trying to be. And the villains were okay. It just didn't really feel much for the characters in this. And I just wish Megan was coming back just to cause more mayhem. That's what we kind of came in for. And it's just, I guess it wasn't leading to my expectations. Honestly, if we do get a Megan free, I don't know. Since this movie kind of came out at a random time. And it came out in June instead of like in October or something like the last one. But I'd probably give this movie probably a 6 out of 10. It was definitely disappointing for sure. I don't know what the next movie review is. I'd have to look. It's probably a movie I already know I plan on reviewing. But sorry if this video was short, but that's my in-depth thoughts on Megan 2.0. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.